Welcome back to First Things First. Undisputed is coming up at 9:30 sharp. Jenny, good morning. What are you guys going to be talking about here today?
Good morning, Sarah. Morning, guys. Coming up on Undisputed. So Tom Brady did get the win last night, but did he prove he is better than Aaron Rodgers? And what should Sean Payton do about Michael Thomas's cell phone celebration? We've all been talking about it. Plus, D'Angelo Hall, Michael Vick are in studio with us. Undisputed coming up next. Sarah, back to you in New York.
Thank you, Jenny. Well, speaking of which, it's time for us to go viral. Former Saints wide receiver Joe Horn famously used a cell phone as a celebration prop back in 2003, and 10-year-old Michael Thomas must have been watching because he did his best tribute to Joe Horn yesterday, recreating the cell phone celebration.
This was great.
What do you guys think?
He even evidently went to the sideline, put on an oxygen mask, which I didn't know Joe Horn had done when he did this celebration all those years back. I mean, this took some guts, man. He put cell phones in both end zones before the game, and he had to not only anticipate scoring.
Did he do it or he had someone do it?
There was, I don't know, go ahead.
Was that a flip phone?
Yeah, it was a flip phone.
Yeah, I think it was like a little burner phone.
I think he tried to have the same type of phone Joe Horn had.
So it was a
he was playing along. He's a historian. I like it. It was creative and everything. Who do you think he was calling, though? Who was the call? What was the call for?
I don't know. Maybe help for my guy Marcus Peters, because he was getting burnt yesterday. Now he's playing hurt, but he got lit up.
I had a rumor that he called the bank and told them, loose that money.
Oh.
Mickey Loomis, Sean Payton. They got to give him a new contract next year. OBJ's numbers, not only as far as his contract, look at his first 2 years receiving numbers.
Back to Sunday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers taking out.
You know, it's a long ways from 1 and 2 where we were. We strung together a lot of wins playing good football, and, you know, we got to keep it going.
I say it all the time. Every year you have to learn how to win again. And we have to learn how to win on the road. You know, we've lost 4 road games. We haven't lost at home. You know, we've tied, but we haven't lost at home. But we've played 2 great teams who could be considered, although the Rams lost today, 2 of the top teams in the NFL in their respective conferences, and we had a chance to win both games. It's very frustrating because there's plays in every game that would put us in a better situation if we can get that, you know, that play off, and maybe we get 7 instead of 3 early in the game, and it sets a different tone. If we can, you know, if we don't fumble the ball there, if I hit Devontae, you know, down 24-17 on second down there, who knows? We made some good plays. You know, Marquez had 3 nice catches for us. Jimmy made some plays, but yeah, I mean, we all got to play better, myself included.
Cece, what was the key to the Patriots beating the Packers and doing it without Gronk and Sony Michel?
Well, even when you don't have, outside of Brady, your 2 best offensive players, Sony Michel, the last couple games he suited up, they were dominant running the ball. They don't have a dominant offensive line. They got a very good line coach and their scheme and how they're going to utilize it, but they were dominant. They were trying to run the ball more this year because they knew they would be less explosive than they were last year. No Brandon Cook. Like, you can't get better when you take that type of speed and that type of quality receiver out of the lineup. So they started evolving into what type of team they're going to be. They look like the team that won 3 of their first 5 Super Bowls. This is what they did. Ball control, maybe a trick play here or there. Defense comes up with a big stop or a big turnover in the 4th quarter. And Bill Belichick, he coached his guys up better than your guys. So to me, that's what I saw last night. This is not the New England of the last couple years where, man, they're going to have 500 yards of offense. No, when you don't have Gronk, no Sony Michel. So for me, this is Bill Belichick at his best. No huddle offense to start the game. Why? Because the Packers are playing a dime defense that I want to keep them on the field. Well, how do you keep them on the field? Go no huddle with no substitution.
And the super fast no huddle where they got no choice. Like, this was billed as a game of Brady versus Rodgers. This game to me was more about the Brady versus Belichick separate discussion. Who's more important? Who benefits more from the other guy being around? I've always been on the Brady side of that debate. C has always stayed out of that debate. But last night, That was a check mark in Belichick's favor. Belichick saw, oh, okay, the Packers actually had a lot of success early defensively against the Rams. How'd they do it? They stayed light. Okay, they're going to do that against us to start the game. We're going to play the fastest first series we've probably ever played in New England as far as that number of plays in less than 3 minutes of game time. We're going to have not one, but 2 trick plays. We saw a little bit of Cordarrelle Patterson, the running back. Let's see a lot more of Cordarrelle Patterson, the running back. We see early in the game, their defensive ends are crashing down. We're going to exploit that with Julian Edelman. Like, they found a way to manufacture points, not commit penalties, not make mistakes, and wait for the Packers to make the big mistake, commit the big penalty, and they did both of them.
And they didn't want to make mistakes by allowing Aaron Rodgers. This is the first game he had played without his knee brace in a long time. So his mobility was a little better than what we've seen the last several weeks. They would not let him scramble to his left. I think his quarterback rating when he scrambles to his left compared to scrambling to his right, it's amazing. It's
like 110 to his left to around 50-something to his right. They said it last time.
So people talk about, you know, not being able to get to the passer and everything, but their game plan was to keep him in the pocket, and if he does scramble, we're going to force him to his right, which you typically, a right-handed quarterback, it's the other way.
Right.
You make a quarterback right-handed, go to his left, but they realize that through Belichick and the scouting and how they do things, their ability to run the football. We don't have Sony Michel. We're trying to run the ball. Oh, let's take a wide receiver that his #1 skill is running with the football. So Cordarrelle Patterson, let's let him touch it 10 or 11 times. So how they morph into what is best for us. And Devontae Adams, oh, he's not going to beat us. Oh, he's not. We're going to take him away. We're going to double team him almost every play. 40 yards receiving. So forcing Aaron to do things that he doesn't want to do. It's typical. It is the typical Bill Belichick type of game.
And what was typical Tom Brady was, no matter how I played through the first 3 quarters, let it be a game in the 4th quarter, see how I do. Look at these guys in the first 3 quarters. There wasn't a contest. Brady was not sharp. At one point, he had 6 straight incompletions, which ties his career high, which is an insane stat of itself. Rodgers had him beat everywhere. Now show the 4th quarter. Rodgers got nothing done in the 4th quarter. Brady was literally flawless. 6 for 6, perfect quarterback rating in the most important time of the game. So Belichick, I thought, helped carry them through 3 quarters, and Brady carried them in the 4th.
Let's go to the Green Bay Packers side of things. Right now they sit at 3-4-1. See, do you believe that they can bounce back and still make the playoffs?
This would be hard for me to say, man, they're not going to be in the playoffs, just like it'd be hard for you as a basketball analyst and everything. You're like, man, the best player. They got the best player. Oh, they're going to have a chance. I don't know if this Green Bay team. Every other year they've had the best player. I thought they had a chance. This team, I don't think they can support him enough, and I don't think they're explosive enough as far as their offense.
Here's the thing. Even if they got to go 7-1 now. And they have a soft schedule in the final 5 games of the year. They have 2 more tough road games coming up, by the way, that Aaron Rodgers alluded to when he talked about this really tough stretch. They have at Minnesota. They have at Seattle, I believe. So it's not like it gets a lot easier for them. But here's the thing. Even if they get in, they're not going to play a single home game.
You heard Aaron.
The last road game they won was December 10th in overtime against Cleveland last year. This road issue has started last season and continued into this season. And here's the thing. I feel oddly emotionally invested in the Packers because I love watching great players play big games. But maybe I shouldn't be, because the team's not. The team's fine with waiting until next year. That 2019 4th-round pick sure made a bunch of plays yesterday for him. It's not like they could have used Clinton Dix after their safety got ejected, or ridiculously, but still got ejected after they had guys going down with injury. The Packers are fine with, we'll go next year, year 15 for Aaron Rodgers, his age 36 season. So maybe I should be fine with it too. But they got to go 7-1 now, see. They have dug themselves quite the hole. And they don't look like a playoff team right now in any way, shape, or form, except they've got number 12.
It's going to be fun to watch. It was fun to watch last night, though.
It was. It was.
Great Rodgers, game. Great day of football. And this Thursday, we only got to wait 2 days, then we get Steelers, Panthers.
Good Monday. That's it for us. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 6:30
Thank you for joining.
Now stay right here.